technical difficulties. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. We have some technical difficulties, but we are right here live with the Morning Show podcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We are also live on the TikTok page, on the Vet Green TikTok page. We're live here on the Underground Lounge, the pop-up show with the Joker. I want to thank everybody. My bro is here on TikTok. I don't know, the enemy was at it this morning, bro. It was definitely at it this morning.
Yeah, I expect it. When you come together, we are forced to mess with.
Okay. Okay, Ethel. Okay, Steleaf. They've been asking, "Where's the morning show? Where's the morning show? Where's the morning show?" And we are back here. We getting it together because life is life, and definitely. What is any of your family tapping in as far as the election? Like, do people even care? What's some of the conversations that you've been having?
No, not really. We family haven't really been having conversations. They've been lifing too, but a lot of my fellow mentors and all of my music friends and me and Bars, we had a couple conversations on it. But it's time to adapt to what's going on. It's ways we didn't want it to happen. We wanted the queen in the house. You know what I mean? But us as a people, and you think business, and you think use the tools and resources we have now, and use it to affect you on a positive level, and don't worry about all the other things. You know what I'm saying? And stay in tune with the digital marketplace. And like I said before, this is a digital world. And I stress this all the time with people that have businesses, artists, designers, anybody that's doing anything. This is a digital world. Everything is in this digital world. But now, as doing what you do, you got to figure out now what community I want to be a part of in this digital world. You can build your own community in this digital world, or you can go ahead and be a part of a digital world to help you elevate as a business owner or what you're trying to do.
What would you suggest to people for them to find? Hey, Emily Gillette. Hey, Flexi Jones. Hey, Young Turk. We are talking marketing right now. Rude Boy 1982, because I agree. Right now is the time for people. If you are tired of working your butt off for someone or a company that is really not going to care for you. I know someone that recently retired after giving their everything to a company for almost 30 years, and they got a watch. That's all they got. Right now they are dealing with mountain healthcare costs and all of that. So there's going to be people out there like that. What would you suggest to somebody who's saying, you know what, I want to try and be an entrepreneur and I need to figure out who I can market to? Jet Set 4205, Grand Rising. Hey, Flex Jones. Flex Jones said, use this time and move quietly. I agree. And collectively with those one that's aligned. That's how with your community. I agree, Flex Jones. I'm going to pin that. I like that. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. For an example, I always use this example. It's one of my favorite examples that I use for marketing. My marketing class, the first thing that I tell people to give them a better understanding of what I'm talking about here when you say community. And the main community is when you have to do a campaign ad, you're pretty much deboing your way into the community to make people want to see what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to use this example for you guys who's tuned in. Anybody have any questions, definitely put them in the comments, man. I can answer them as best as I can and to help you out.
And thank you for the follow.
Yeah, and also, as a bakery, if you're a baker and you want to sell baked goods and you want to use this digital world, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do a campaign ad. If it's an ad on TikTok, if it's an ad on YouTube, if it's an ad on Facebook, whatever. And once you start your ad, there's a section in that ad that's called interests or audience. Some say both. You know what I mean? One say interest or audience. When you do that, you put them keywords in. As a bakery, what's the best keywords to reach those people who love certain things? What's your favorite baked goods?
And you're talking about like the hashtags and stuff. And I've been thinking about this because you talked about this, and I'm learning more and more that those keywords really do matter. So I guess I would think flour, frosting, cake mix, things like that. I would hashtag those.
Yeah, it's hashtag. Then the interest you'll put just, it's always like a hashtag. It's pretty much a regular keyword without the hashtag. But
okay.
Hashtag. And at the end of your description, you can use hashtags to help reach an upper audience. They call that an upper audience.
Oh, okay.
Then the inner audience is the keywords that you put into the entry. That's the inner audience. The inner audience is the people that's actually going to tune in to what you're doing because they see all their feeds, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, I like chocolate chip cookies," and then they see an ad that you're making homemade chocolate chip cookies for family or medicated. I mean, whatever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Oh, I already know.
Those keywords, them key audience words will help reach those people on their feeds. You ever been on your phone and you just see things pop up? You be like, you didn't search, like you were looking for a car. You said, I want to get me a Honda. I want to get that new Honda Accord just came out. I want to put in Honda Accord 2024. Guess what? It's gonna come on your feeds.
It's about to come on some of our feeds that's in this live right now. Watch a Honda Accord pop up in somebody's feed today. And when it does, make sure you go to my bro page and say, oh, you made the Honda Accord pop up in my page. Watch.
Right. Yeah, because that is the algorithm that's going to feed you. Going to feed your page. So if you're looking for a Honda Accord 2024 and you search it in your Google and you have your app open from your Facebook and your TikTok, guess what? You're going to see those feeds within the next 30 seconds. You're going to see something about a Honda Accord. Oh,
just like that. That's just how it worked too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you put them keywords in and you have an ad, and I'm a baker and I put in lemon cake. Guess what? Somebody on the internet loves lemon cake. It's going to show up on their feeds. That my business is going to show up on their feeds. That I make lemon cakes. So now let's take it to your perspective now, sis, that you're a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? You're a motivational speaker. You know what I mean? You got merch and all of that. So now the keywords you would use is motivational speaker, positive energy. You know what I mean? You'll put in women power. You'll put in what you've been through, abuse. You know what I mean? You'll put in those things. You put in, you know what I'm saying, being neglected as a child. You're gonna put in, a fatherless mother. You're going to put in these things because these are things you've been through. So guess what? Those people that been through that, it's going to come on your feeds, the Vet Green Show. They're going to tune in because the woman's going to be like, I've been through that. I've been brokenhearted. I'm a single mother with 6 kids. You know what I mean? It's like, those things going to show up on your feeds. That's marketing. That's how you reach your audience. That's when you know your customer base. That's when you know your fan base. If you're an artist, those things. A lot of these artists that I've taught don't know their audience because they're too busy using different genres of music as being versatile. Versatile will confuse the audience on digital platform. Versatile was good in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s when the internet came in, and you can, and people used to do the versatile that was doing good, but now it's so the world is so wide now. You got to pick one genre, stick with it, master it, and then you can go ahead and do your country, your Afro beats, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stick with my boom bap. When I'm marketing myself as an artist, I stick to the boom bap community because that's my strong point.
Yeah. Yaya Boo is saying that it works the same way over here with TikTok with the hashtags. That's what I was wondering also. Like this TikTok really is a different beast for me, and I'm enjoying learning it, but I was wondering how the hashtags work. So thank you for that, Yaya Boo. Welcome up, JD. Welcome, Grand Rising. Yaya Boo is saying you post 2 to 3 times, then go live. It pushes you to the FYP is that the F4? What is the FYP?
Is it for your people?
Okay. She said post 2 to 3 times, then go live. It pushes you to the FYP for your audience.
Dr. Markel Jackson right there.
Hey, Dr. Markel, come on up if you can. Welcome. Let me follow, and then I don't know how to invite him up. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just did. I think I just sent the invitation. No one said, did anyone wake up this morning unburdened by what has been done? No one. You should. Thank you, Yaya Boo. No one. You should have checked out the Vet Green podcast that we did at 8 a.m. But you can go back to Green Links Media and check out the full show that we did, and we talked about whether we were unburdened or not. Dr. Markel, I just sent you the invite. If you can join, you can come on up. Hey, Promi, thank you so much for joining. Good morning, everybody over here on Facebook. Good morning, Joanne. Jesus is over all. Amen.
That's a fact.
Bro, so how you think people are about to start moving now that
I know a lot of people is moving in fear right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fear going on, and I ain't gonna hold you. I was in fear for a minute, but then I had to go back into my bag and said fear stands for face everything and rise. So
I received that one.
Everything and rise, and I'm gonna get in where I fit in. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take the negative and trying to squeeze in those positives and stay strong and hang on to those positives, and pass it on to the next. And stay locked in like people like you, sister. Where we bring people together and we hold hands and we walk through that fire together. You know what I'm saying? And we know, and we grow from there. We learn from that. We try to bring other people into, in spite of mental health and everything else that's going on. I'm very fearful about the LGBTQ community. What he's trying to do with that. That's an amazing conversation to have. I'm very fearful for those amazing human beings, beautiful people, and that they don't deserve what Trump is trying to do with that situation. So, that's what I'm, wanting to stay by our LGBTQ family, and because they're humans and they're wonderful, beautiful people.
And they are going to be affected. There's so many people that's going to be affected, and there's so many people. I'm about to go live on the Green Links Media channel on Instagram. Checking the connection. We are live here on Green Links Media on Instagram. We are here. This is the morning show, a special morning show pop-up edition of the Morning Show podcast. We are right now talking about the LGBT community and how they may be living in fear right now because of this election that we just had here in the U.S. And I agree. I've seen women talking about how they were living in fear. I've seen Black men talking about, they don't understand. Dr. Markel said that he's listening. He's not going to come up. Thank you, Yaya Boo, for that. Hey, Lynn, welcome. Come on in the room. As a Black male, bro, here in America, does that give you even more fear now? Because there's
yeah, definitely. It definitely gives me fear as being a Black male walking, and it's really keeping me to stay vigilant, man, and really be careful how I drive, be careful how I walk. You know what I mean? You got to have eyes in the back of your head. You got to know what's going on. You got to get your intuition. Got to be clicking. You got to listen to that intuition. That intuition is God speaking. So you know what I mean. And that's one of the first gifts women gets is intuition. Those are women who don't know what that is definitely God speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? When you know your child is you don't know he outside, but you have the intuition that he outside. He ain't supposed to be outside. Guess what? You're going to react. And if you don't react and then something goes wrong, you're going to feel bad. You said, I had that feeling that he was in that backyard. I told him to stay in his room. And he gets stung by a bee. He's allergic to bees. Now you got to take him to the hospital.
Let me ask you this, bro. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago when we were on the Morning Show podcast, we were talking about Alexa. And at that time, people were saying that you can ask Alexa who's going to be president. And at that time, allegedly it kept saying Trump. What is your thoughts on that now that he has been elected in office? Dr. Markel is saying, I'm very depressed about the results of the election. I am checked out. Dr. Markel is not the only one that is checking out because they are just upset about this election. People really are in fear right now. Our mental health, they're saying that during the election cycle that the Calm app, which I have on one of these phones, the Calm app, that was the most that particular app was downloaded during the election because people really are stressed out. Dr. Markel saying, I am very depressed about the results of the election. I am checked out. Are you too checked out? Are you too stressed? JD said it feels like the quiet before the storm. I agree, JD, because we don't know what it's going to look like. The election was aid, is what all the TC is saying, bro. What's your thoughts on all of that? And what I just asked you.
I agree. But now at this point, that's what I'm saying. That's this question. Now what? What is the people's going to do? We do have going to do something. We can do something. If, like I say, my thing I want to do, and I encourage other people to do, is get in when you fit in on a positive level. You know what I mean? We know all the bad things that Trump can do, but what is the good things Trump can do?
Right. I'm going to invite you up, best friend, and anyone else that would like to come up and join this conversation. We are live on TikTok. We are also live on our Green Links YouTube page, and we are live right here on the Green Links Instagram. Welcome up, best friend. JD said, but God is almighty. He is the ruler, and my faith is with him. Mine as well. Best friend, how are you feeling? What do you have any thoughts on this? And happy and congratulations on the new baby, best friend, the new grand. How are you feeling? You are a mom. You are now a Grammy. How are you feeling about this election? All the T said, we have to keep speaking up and praying.
I feel sad about it.
Because
I have 3 boys and 1 grandson and daughters.
And
I raised them to do the right thing. When you start in your kid's head, they do the right thing by it. But still, I don't trust it. I don't trust Trump at all.
A lot of us are not trusting. Overlooked MC is asking, what do you all feel about this election? Like, this really is a safe space. This is the morning show podcast. Normally, we start this show at 7 a.m. We've been on a little bit of hiatus because we've been lifing. Okay, but we are here. My bro is here. I got my best friend here. Big Mike said Trump is not going to do nothing God won't allow. Hey, Cindy 420, riding and watching. Thank you. Welcome back, Cindy 420, and enjoy your weekend. Love on them, baby. Cindy 420 is someone who has been tapping in with us, talking about this election and her fear, because she is a white woman here in America who has biracial grandchildren. Bro, right. What are your thoughts? Because Cindy tapped in earlier. I know you were working on Tuesday, so you couldn't tap in, but she has. Are any of your children feeling the impact of this, or saying, Dad, like what does this mean for us now? Because they are biracial.
Yeah, definitely. My daughter, who's an RN nurse, me and her have a couple conversations. She feels that she's scared. You know what I'm saying? She has, fear. Also, my son, we will be coming home in March, will face the world after he's been, incarcerated for all these years. We have conversations, with mental health and that thing. And my thing is that he didn't tap into none of that. That's not even his agenda right now. Mental health. I know Kamala Harris had like 7 to 8 slots of her agenda on mental health, and that's kind of scary when mental health is the number one, one of the number 1 deaths right now in our country when it comes to overdose, drugs, suicide, and all those things with mental health, and that's kind of scary. But yeah, my kids definitely having a conversation in fear, and And I tell them all the time, you know, it's time to figure out what can we do? We got to come together. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And like, what happened to the protests? You know what I mean? It stopped. You know, our ancestors and our families, our great grandmothers, and our great uncles back in the day, you know, for us to build that bus to, you know, Rosa Parks. How long did that take? They were protesting for years.
And how are they feeling about all of this now? Because I mean, how are they feeling? Like, I think about our protest, the people that were protesting, and I think about, you know, like a lot of people didn't even get out and exercise their right to vote, couldn't exercise their right to vote. But there's people who actually lost their lives for us to have the right to vote. And does it seem like it doesn't even matter? Does it seem like it doesn't even matter that the right to vote? Does it even seem like it matters that we have the right to vote?
Like that, you know, but it makes it so difficult for us. Like one of my mentors said that, you know, you get one vote in, but actually get that solid vote to count like 1 to 20. So it's like that's how they doing it right now, because a lot of young women and our men that turned 18, this is one of the highest registrations since Obama. So it's like, and nobody came up to vote. Why? Was it a fear thing? Is it they don't trust it? I don't know what it is, but them are the numbers that came up on CNN yesterday.
They are saying, Dr. Markell is saying the issue is we have no power because they run the entire government, the House, the Senate, the presidency. That's what Dr. Markell is saying. I also want to get back to what someone has saying, that this is the weeding process. Do y'all think that this is the weeding process? That what's happening is they're weeding out the people who are not going to be able to survive, because unfortunately there's going to be some people that's really truly hurt in this. There's going to be some people that cannot afford to not be living with people. Like right now, I'm sure we're going to have more and more families that's moving in together, because it's going to be like, look at the rent prices and stuff right now, y'all. Look, yeah, I just got a letter saying that my rent is about to go up in January.
I just dropped a deposit on our apartment. You know, the deposit ain't too bad, but $1,400.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
See?
$1,400. You know,
in public housing, they go up on your rent.
You
get a raise in your check,
and they go up on it. It's like you didn't even get the raise, right? It's like you didn't even get the raise. JD said, not trying to spread conspiracies, but it all seems like a show. It doesn't seem like it's real life. It's been feeling surreal. It's definitely been feeling surreal for me. Yes, Yaya, look at my Yaya Boo said, look at my household. Okay. It's getting real. Look at my household. More and more families are moving in together because it is difficult out here. Okay. Who can afford to pay $1,400 rent when you only making, say, $23, $24 an hour? And you might have 1.5 kids on top of that. Who can afford to pay that? Ruben Black said it's one of the number one deaths. You can only have one number one. You Democrats are crazy. You know we're going to get some Trump supporters on here, and that's okay because we welcome y'all on. Even you, Ruben Blake, can come up here and say what you want to say as long as you are respectful.
You know what? I always said this for years in the studying in politics for a while. But Republicans is business. They the ones who help build not this country we did as Black folks, but as far as taking like certain things that we need, they expanded for them. You know what I mean? For them. That same exercise for our own personal business.
And we should.
You know?
That is. I'm glad you said that, bro, because that is something that I am teaching myself right now. And I believe it was DJ Larry Loud that came on the show on Tuesday.
He's still in Facebook right now.
Yeah, hey, DJ Larry Loud. And it's something that he said that really resonated with me, because this is something that I'm dealing with right now. I went to public school. I was taught to be a worker. I was not taught to be an entrepreneur. I remember saying to myself, I don't ever want to run a business. I don't want to have that responsibility. JD. I didn't want to have that responsibility, Audities. I didn't want to have that responsibility. Yeah, 41 and Muriel Palmer, welcome. I was taught to be a worker. I was taught to work for someone else and make them rich. I was not taught to be an entrepreneur. So me becoming an entrepreneur has been a struggle because I was not taught to be an entrepreneur. I'm getting my experience in real life, and I'm getting my training from people like the Overlooked MC on marketing, money management with Big Mike. It's just different things that I'm learning. But a lot of us were taught to be workers. We were not taught to become entrepreneurs. And I believe that what DJ Larry Loud said, that part of it is because in the public schools, we are taught to be workers because they know that we have to be workers in order to keep America running. Some people are going to have to be workers, but everyone does not have to be a worker. And I agree with what you're saying, bro, that it is time that if you are tired of being a worker and tired of making everyone else rich and you are struggling, it is time to get your marketing up. It is time to be serious about becoming an entrepreneur. The TC said exactly. And it is time to get your business in order. That's how I feel, bro. I don't know. What about you, best friend? How do you feel about that? Because I know, hey, CEO Prince Killer, that song is fire. I know you got your paparazzi jewelry coming back. It's because it's hard out here, isn't it?
Because I can't work no more because I just had open heart surgery again in 2022. And they don't want that responsibility if something happened to me on the job.
Mm-hmm. So automatically they're saying you can't, they won't even let you work. So you have to become an entrepreneur on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. We praying for you, Queen. Keep staying strong. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on your digital marketing needs. You know what I'm saying? I definitely will talk about it because it's important to know your audience or what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? It's like, it's some of the things that we can do. You're surprised what you can do out here on this digital world. That's why I know TikTok ain't going nowhere. And the one thing I'm going to tell you that Trump is not going to let TikTok go down. He's not going to let that go down because he's a businessman. He's not going to let that go down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we like, yeah, you hear Joker on TikTok. See Prince Killer over here on Instagram. We also live on TikTok, Prince Killer. That song is fire. By the way, that song is fire, bro. You got it loaded up or not? Oh, you're not even in here with me. The song is fire, Prince Killer. It really is. You doing your thing. Hey, Jadora Styles, I appreciate you. Yeah, you can come over here on TikTok if you want to and join us, Prince Killer. He said, I hear Joker. Where y'all at live? Hey, Simone. Hey, everybody. Yeah, we are live here on Green Links Media. If you are following us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Prince Killer said he about to come over here right now. Hey, Phil, it's about to be real, everybody. It is about to be real. People are in fear because they don't know what it's going to look like. It's about to be a whole 4-year-long movie, Crystal Roberts. Welcome back, love. Thank you so much. JD said the thing about the internet, it's easy to infiltrate, and a lot of older people don't understand AI. Yes.
And it's time to be educated. I tell people, always be a student, always be open to learn something. There's so many different courses and classes, which is going to cost a little bread. But, I'm always coming on live and giving out free information, which I'm going to start doing that very soon, back consistency again, especially on TikTok with my sis. And going live with her, so make sure I continue sharing her content. Go green on TikTok. Make sure y'all go continue to share, and also share and follow me too, because I'm gonna be on here with her more often to give y'all some of this free game. I call it a free 99. So you can go ahead and take this information and run with it and be very successful when you come back and say, I bought my first house because I got this free game from the Overlook MC on the Vet Green platform. We're definitely going to celebrate with you.
Or I got 10,000 views because I talked to my marketing manager and we worked on those interests. And I was like, what? 10,000 views, 70,000 views. Hey, Paula Grand Rising, thank you so much for joining today. Everybody, hey, Goofy Girl 864, thank you so much for the follow. Make sure you are also following my bro Overlooked MC and my best friend Miss Johnson. Hey, Prince Killer with the fire song. How are you this morning?
What's up, y'all? Good morning.
Grand rising to you, grand rising. How do you feel about this election? I mean, you're a black male in America. You're a dad. There's a lot going on. How do you feel about this election? And even being an artist, are you afraid that is now at risk, that you won't be able to do what it is that you're trying to do?
No, not really. And I feel like I don't know. The last time Trump was president, I mean, he did a lot of good stuff for us that people didn't realize or recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think it will stop nothing.
Mm-hmm. A lot. Now we have to talk about this because we talked about this on Tuesday. A lot of black males supported Trump. Do you think it's a masculinity thing? And bro, you tap in too. Do y'all think that America just was not ready for a female to run the country, and especially a black female?
I would say a female is ready. They just got to be like, when it comes down to being under pressure and stuff, a lot of females like to put their feelings involved, and that's something you can't do as far as like being the president.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of females fall for, is getting their feelings involved. So I could see why they want a female to be president, but other than that, though, I want to see why they couldn't.
Yeah,
I mean, some women is business minded. Some do got the potential to run the world. It's just I'm not the ones who's going to be president. They're not going for the election type stuff. It's like the ones who do got a little bit of potential that could do something. They don't got the full potential of what the world actually needs or wants. I don't think a woman could fulfill that. If that makes sense.
So I wonder if it was partially masculinity that won the presidency, because a lot of people are out there saying that she was not ready. Even in the last live that we did, some people were saying that they would vote for a woman. She just wasn't the right woman.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like she wasn't.
Well, we had a conversation at my job. I took it down now, so I don't think we can find this information anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the old Oprah Winfrey posted something up, and she took it down after 24 hours on her X.
Hey, the real me.
She said she would run for president in the next 4 years if Michelle Obama would be her vice president.
Yeah, they're pushing for Michelle for 20.
Whoever said that in the comment, I seen the video of Harris when she was a judge, and I guess some lady had her daughter was sick, and she wasn't going to school for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And they had put a warrant out for her arrest for that. And the lady was telling them, my daughter is real sick. She in the hospital. The daughter even called the school and told the school she was sick in the hospital. And Harris has sent out a warrant for her arrest. And
Harris arrested a parent? Harris arrested a mom?
Yeah, and when she had went to court, Harris sent her to jail for that. And they had all legal rights that her daughter was sick in the hospital, all that. This was all on video. This lady was talking about this.
I heard a little bit about that too.
Me too.
Well, what's being
what's
being said is that there was a truancy policy.
Like, anytime these elections and stuff come up like this, I look deep into whoever getting a.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of that video, Prince Killer. Thank you so much, because I do believe in being fair, everybody, and I am not saying that she had to be perfect to be put in office. I think that she was probably overqualified for some people, and because she was overqualified, because she held 3 different offices. Remember, she was a prosecutor, she was an attorney general, so that means she knew how to work her way around these corporations that be trying to do these side things, okay, that money laundering and all of that corruptness. She would have known how to adequately police that. She would have. And I feel like that's another reason why they didn't want her in office. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and we can listen to this. The views and opinions expressed here, everybody, are not the views and opinions those of Green Links Media or the Vet Green Show. Everybody's opinion is welcome. All that we ask is that you be respectful. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video really quickly. You can do an internet search, and listen to this as well. So this is the mom. Everyone, this is the mom who allegedly was arrested because her child was sick, and there's a truancy. I guess there was a truancy thing that was in place in California at the time. So this is the mom talking. Okay, everybody. I wasn't even sharing this over here on the morning show podcast, but everyone on TikTok heard it. I apologize, everybody. I was not sharing my screen and I thought I was. So I'm going to back this up just so those who are over here on Facebook and YouTube can also listen. This is the story of how Kamala, when she was in California, there was a truancy rule. And there was a mom who, because her child was chronically ill, apparently broke this rule. What the details are, we don't really know. We don't know. I'm sure that, like, I'm not looking for Kamala to be perfect. That's not what I was looking for. What I was actually looking for is someone who cares about the people and who actually can connect with a shared experience, because she grew up a lot like a lot of us did. She didn't grow up with millions of dollars in her pocket. She couldn't go and get a loan from her father. You know what I mean, bro? That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and replay this, everybody, just so that we all can hear it.
This is the story of Shuri Peoples, who was arrested because her daughter missed too much school due to her chronic illness. This is all because of Kamala Harris's half-thought-out policy to jail parents for elementary school truancy. Here, take a look.
Always ensured that she had the proper documents, the proper paperwork, everything in line to ensure that she had, for number one, the proper education, and for number two, the proper health care. Her health care always oversees the.
So the mom here is basically saying that she did everything that she was supposed to do. She made sure that everything was aligned, and she goes on to say how she was arrested. So I'm going to go ahead and finish playing this video.
Education side, because of course my job as a parent is to keep her alive. I want to see her grow, and I want to see her become the young woman that she needs to be. So being under a doctor's care, they always will tell you what to do that is required to take care of a child that is chronically ill, such as Shayla.
The way this is being paraded around is as though Kamala Harris called you personally, and that call did not happen, correct?
No, that call never happened. No apologies never happened. You know, the whole thing that really.
But was she supposed to really apologize, y'all? If this was the rule, and I'm sure that she put this rule into place, I'd like to look at the data that made her put this rule into place, like a truancy policy for elementary school. People aren't just doing that for no reason. And we can't act like we don't know people that just don't. Some kids just don't go to school.
What disturbed me is that she lied. The whole entire time that she started the circuit, when she first announced her presidency last year or so, she lied when she was asked about the truancy. Like, people have to understand, 10% of time is not a lot. It's only 3 days. It's
That's
only 3 days of the school year. So, and it doesn't matter. My daughter was protected under her 504. She was supposed to be protected under these governing laws, and they still came and took me to jail. Had it as if photographers was there. I mean, look as if I killed somebody. And that's how it made me feel, like I was Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, what did I do? Because I had everything in place in which they tell me how to do, and how can they go around and smack me in the back literally 2 weeks after I had meetings with the school. I was
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, one of the things that she mentioned in this video is that her daughter was protected under the 504 rule, which basically is a program. It's a civil rights law that ensures that if you are a student and you have a disability, that you have equal access to educational opportunities. And that includes having a tutor. Normally, that's what happens. There's a tutor that comes in, at least here in New York. The program is actually named after Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, which prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in programs that receive federal funding. So because this is a public school and it receives federal funding, that there should not have been any discrimination. And that is what the mom is saying, that her daughter was protected because this illness was a disability. So Crystal Roberts said how when she was in the Senate, they're talking about Kamala. There's people in here, there's going to be some haters on here. Dirt is saying Tulsi could have won as a Democrat even, and then Paula is saying, there's a lot. Dr. Merkel said Harris had no chance in Trump's movement. Auditee said she's a prosecutor. Well, what else do you want? Yeah, she have three places in office, everybody. What are y'all thoughts in that? Before we,
Queen Harris ain't perfect. She's been through some things. She played that position. You know what I'm saying? The way she feels, she might have did it on an emotional level.
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't have did it that way. She should have just went on ahead to the other side of that thing and to make things different. But it is what it is. That don't mean that she wouldn't have been a good president, though.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't use that against her. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? We're not using a lot of things that Trump have done, but like the one somebody put in the comments, what have Trump have done for us? Well, tell you what, I can tell you what Trump has done for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
He treated the company, he treated the whole country like a strip club.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing that. He was making it rain on us.
Okay. And I know, listen, as women, yes, we can be emotional, but that doesn't keep us, that the emotional aspect of being a woman doesn't mean that you can't take care of business, right, Crystal Roberts? That doesn't mean you can't take care of business. I think that this was a grave mistake that was made. I do. That's my opinion, that it was a mistake that was made, and we will see what's going to happen. We will see what is going to happen.
He gave us the money, but Trump signed for it. Trump signed for us to get that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody getting that messed up though. Where I see Crystal said that Congress gave us that money. No, they did not.
Trump signed for it. Congress approved it. Come on, man. It's like, let's make it make sense. And people think that, people can take that and run with it because he is a businessman. He is all about that bag. He's all about that green, but he don't like black. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And saying what's going to happen now. If you don't have a business or you ain't trying to have a business right now while he's in office, this is the time to elevate. This is time to grow. This is time to use these platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and all that. While you're in office, get your LLCs and do the things you need to be doing and get involved and really elevate to take care of your family because that's where it's at. Because the working class person is going to take an L
over the next 4 years. The working class, I think people are going to have, like right now, a lot of people are working 2-3 jobs just to survive. Invite Fox 701. Paula said, actually, we gave ourselves that money. We paid all the taxes into budget. Yeah, Trump did nothing for us. It's about to get hard for people, everybody. And I agree with what Overlooked MC is saying. It's time to get your business affairs in order. And I'm talking to myself as well, Crystal Roberts, Cecilia Wallace, Debbie McG. I'm talking to myself as well. It's time to get it together. It's time to get it together.
Okay. If they want to say that Trump did nothing in your taxes, he also could have said, we're not going to let you deserve that. He could have had the power to do that too. Even though we deserve it, we pay taxes, he has the power to do that. No matter how much tax you pay, we're not entitled to that. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, when the people get that entitlement spirit, walking around entitlement, that's one of the worst things that our country is. We entitled. No, you pay taxes, you pay taxes. You ain't entitled to that money.
And we had someone on yesterday talking about that, how when people come over here, like immigrants, they see how, hey, Pastor Jelani, they see how entitled we are. And I agree. We are entitled in a lot of ways. We feel as though things should be handed to us, and that's part of the problem.
Yes, that's definitely part of the problem. That's definitely at least 40% of the problem. Entitled people don't want to put in that work and sacrifice. You want to do a sacrifice to punch in the clock. You ain't gonna sacrifice a little bit of bread to break me more. That makes sense.
Crystal said, all I got to say, you will all see what this man is going to do and feel it. Yeah.
We did. Yeah, I mean, people do that. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. But in spite of that, you still got to do what you need to do to take care of your fam, and punching the clock is part of it. But start something. Get to the second hustle. I'm not trying to say be a drug dealer, but sell socks and underwear. I mean, everything makes money.
Multiple streams of income. Streams of income.
That's what I do. You know, I got my merch. It's doing amazing. I ain't even released my black hoodies yet, and I already sold 3 before they even seen it. You know what I mean? I'm on my grind. This is marketing here. People want to hand out on everything that's going on because now Trump is about to be in this White House again. You know what I mean? You get the entitlement spirit, and you think you don't want to put in the work.
And the work must be put in.
You got to put in that question.
I have a question. When Trump was president that one year, everybody was getting stimulus checks. Do everybody know where we was getting stimulus checks from?
What do you mean? Like how he made the money himself? So we do know that he made this money himself. He put this money into circulation. That's where the stimulus came from. He put this money into circulation.
Charging Prince Aquila now.
Okay. That's all I want to ask.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the stimulus? Because he did. Does everybody understand that he actually put additional money into circulation?
When I looked it up and looked deep down in the history, I see something different.
What'd you see? I mean, that's why that's why I love these platforms, Prince Killer. Everybody's opinion, and so I mean, we could talk about it.
Yeah, I seen something different. I seen that the reason why we was getting them stimulus checks is because he was taking all the big people through court. Had them all on ankle bracelets and all that. He was garnishing their paychecks and was giving them to us. That's where I heard them stimulus checks was coming from. That's why I heard that they came out with that coronavirus to keep them at home so they can't go nowhere and try and make no extra money on the side. And if you Google it, it's an actual paper. It's a court paper with Donald Trump versus everybody. And then everybody name that's on there, the first one that's on there is Bill Gates. Then you got Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. You got basically all the top people that's like been president, that's like doing something major in this world. He had them all on ankle bracelets. That's what I was given for the information that I read.
That's what you had heard. Yeah. So he actually, I'm not into politics, everybody. I just did some research a while back on this stimulus. And so during his presidency, he printed a lot of money. This is one of the things that he took upon himself to do as president. He felt, now, the dollar has to be backed by something. Like you can't just print money and it's not backed by anything. So he printed all of this money, everybody. And this was all during COVID. So we don't even know, like it has to get paid back.
Dr. Markell said the stimulus check was given to Americans by running up our national debt.
We don't got no debt. We broke.
Yeah. Or something like that.
We know a lot of folks, though.
Or something like that.
We is toe up.
Listen, do an internet search, everybody. I know we gotta get out of here. Do an internet search, everybody. You know, maybe he'll send us some more money and pacify us. I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
My thing is, you got to start from somewhere, and you know, and those who's been grinding and hustling, don't stop. Continue to do what you do, and be educated, be open-minded on everything you do. Don't put your business in the box. Don't put your family in the box. Don't put your ideas in the box. Keep everything open outside that box. Continue to do what you're doing, no matter what it is. I don't care if you're selling two things. You know what I mean? There's a market for that. I mean, I'm just saying. You know, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Google it is free, and you use these resources, these tools. You know what I mean? And to elevate, to keep going, and that's what I've been doing. And you know, my graph is up and down. You know, I'm back punching in the clock, but I'm also continuing doing my business. On top of that, knocking the ring and investing in myself. I let the money build, and it took care of me for 3 years without a job. You know what I mean? And I'm working 9 to 5. Now I'm back working at 9 to 5. Now I can invest now. Now I can double that.
Investing in yourself.
And I'm going to double that these 4 years. Yes, so I will double that these 4 years. You know why? You know, a lot of y'all sit back, you know, depending on punching the clock. Learn how to sacrifice now and then. Sometimes be like, okay, let me turn off this satellite bill. I don't need to watch cable satellite for 2 months. Let me take that money, invest in this. I need to get this going. I need to get my jewelry going. I need to get my t-shirts going. I need to get this restaurant moving. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, come on, now to make this thing make sense.
Do for yourself. Invest in yourself. A lot of us won't invest in ourselves because we want somebody else to invest for us, and then we want to do it. We want to wait.
Because Trump is not making you keep paying that cell phone bill. Trump is not making you get that satellite because you want to watch movies. You know what I'm saying? You know, your Netflix bill, that's $14 a month. Take that $14 a month and start that, and then don't watch Netflix for a year.
Alder T said, pray, speak up, and don't just sit there, okay? But Paula said, YouTube can teach you anything, okay? Hey, King's Grid, thank you. Paula said, I've been unemployed since August and still making from a side hustle.
Hey, there you go, Paula. What you do best. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Step on that double head. Stop playing.
I know that's right. Yeah, I know that's right. Well, what you want to end it with, bro? What you want me to end this with today? Us Against the World?
Keep going. Just keep going. Anybody that want any tips on marketing to use these platforms to the level, don't be afraid to inbox me on here. You know what I'm saying? On TikTok. Those that's on the Facebook right now, you know what I'm saying? Franklin Stewart. You know what I mean? You can always inbox us on the morning page inbox. Also, I will get it. If I don't get it, my sister, that Green Queen, will definitely hit me up saying somebody hit me up. I will definitely inbox you back. Listen, it's all about coming together and being educated together and grow together. Even though I'm a digital marketing teacher, I have mentors all throughout my day and all throughout my months that I'm still a student. So anybody want to elevate, hey, we educate each other in spite of what's going on in the next 4 years. Because nothing going to stop me because, you know what I'm saying, because the Most High got me, and I ain't worried about nothing because the whole government hands too short. The box with my God. So let's go.
Ooh, I received that one. Prince Killer, what you want to tell the people before we go? Bro, you want me to load up Us Against the World?
Yes.
Okay. Prince Killer, you got something to say?
Nah, not really. Just everybody stay focused. Don't let this election get you. Keep your head up. Still do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And any artists out here or something like that, hop on these podcasts with Beck Green and them, man. It's something good for y'all.
Appreciate that. And check Prince Killer out. He has a new song out right now. Best friend, what would you like to tell the listeners of the morning show? What you want to leave them with, best friend? Any advice?
Oh, nothing. I don't have
Okay. Well, this is the Morning Show podcast. We'll be back. We'll be back, bro. We'll be back.
Oh, you definitely be back. Now, we might make this do this thing every Saturday.
Okay. All right. And this is Us Against the World, everybody. We will be back more than likely next Saturday. We have more podcasts coming. And if you are interested in becoming a part of the Green Links Media family, all you got to do is hit us up. Hop in our DMs. Don't slide. Hop. And this is and this is Us Against the World, everybody. Don't slide. Have a wonderful weekend on purpose.
That's J1 Trey. Why so serious?
And if you're not here today, you should have been.
It's a mafia.
Who next?
It's a mafia.
We next.
It's a mafia.
Who next?
It's a mafia.
It's the mafia. We next.
It's us against us. It's us against the world. It's us against us. Buffalo against the world. It's us against us. It's us against the world. It's us against us. It's Buffalo against the world.
That's J1 Trey. Pulling up in this big body like Brewster. Even rich like Reed and Diggs, we move so well. You should know the drill. You should know the vibes. If it ain't red, white, and blue, baby, that's not my size. It's the mafia, the fan base that'll die for you. On Sundays, we are not cool. Any other days, we'll ride with you. We heaven sent, we're Hamlin win. 3 spoke to God and said thanks, though. Having cool years real dope, but I really miss the fan base, though.
Now turn it up, turn it up, wait. 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 It's a mafia.
Who next?
It's a mafia.
We next.
It's a mafia.
Who next?
It's a mafia.
It's the mafia. We next.
It's us against us. It's us against the world. It's us against us. Buffalo against the world. It's us against us. It's us against the world. It's us against us. It's Buffalo against the world.
Stay safe. Love y'all.
That's J1 Trey.